The metafunction of language, textual meaning. Hello everyone, welcome back to ESC Grammar and Structure. Imagine this. You know many English words. You know grammar. You know vocabulary. But when you speak, people still look confused. Why? Because knowing words is not enough. You must know how to organize those words into a meaningful message. Think about building a house. Bricks alone cannot become a house. They must be arranged correctly. Language works exactly the same way. Today, we'll learn one of the most fascinating ideas in functional grammar. It is called textual meaning. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand why some sentences sound natural while others sound strange. Let's begin. Part 1. What is textual meaning? Before discussing textual meaning, let's remember something. According to Halliday, language has three metafunctions. 1. Ideational meaning. 2. Interpersonal meaning. 3. Textual meaning. Today, our focus is the third one. So, what is textual meaning? Simply put, textual meaning is the way language organizes information so that messages become clear, connected, and easy to understand. It answers questions like: how do we begin a sentence? Which information comes first? Which information comes later? How do ideas connect together? How does one sentence flow into the next? Textual meaning makes communication organized instead of random. Without textual meaning, our speech becomes messy. Our writing becomes confusing. Our ideas become difficult to follow. Part 2. Think about this situation. Imagine your friend tells you this. Yesterday. The bus. Because raining. Late. School. Teacher angry. Can you understand? Maybe. But it feels confusing. Now listen. Yesterday, I arrived late at school because the bus was delayed by heavy rain. Exactly the same information. But now, everything flows naturally. That smooth organization is what textual meaning does. Part 3. Textual meaning is like building a road. Imagine your ideas are cars. Without roads, cars cannot move properly. Textual meaning builds the road. It tells your audience where to start, where to continue, and where to finish. This is why good speakers, good writers, and good teachers pay attention to textual meaning. Part 4. The two main parts, theme and rheme. Now we arrive at one of the most important concepts. Every English sentence usually has two parts: theme and rheme. These are the foundation of textual meaning. What is theme? Theme is the starting point of the message. It tells listeners, this is what I'm talking about. Theme comes first. It introduces the topic. What is rheme? Rheme gives new information about the theme. It tells us something important about that topic. Think of it like this. Theme opens the conversation. Rheme continues the conversation. Part 5. Easy examples. Sentence. The little girl won the competition. Theme. The little girl. Rheme. Won the competition. We're talking about the little girl. What happened? She won the competition. Another example. My father bought a new car. Theme. My father. Rheme. Bought a new car. Another. The students are preparing for the exam. Theme. The students. Rheme. Are preparing for the exam. Simple, right? Part 6. Changing the theme changes the focus. Now watch carefully. Sentence 1. My brother fixed the computer yesterday. The focus begins with my brother. Now change it. Yesterday, my brother fixed the computer. Did the meaning change? Not much. But the focus changed. Now, yesterday becomes more important. Let's try another. The teacher explained the lesson carefully. Change it. Carefully, the teacher explained the lesson. Now, the matter receives more attention. Same event. Different focus. That's textual meaning. Part 7. Theme is not always the subject. Many learners think theme always equals subject. Not always. Look. On Monday, we will have a meeting. Theme. On Monday. Subject. We. Different. Another example. In the library, students study quietly. Theme. In the library. Subject. Students. The sentence starts with location. That location becomes the theme. Interesting, isn't it? Part 8. Mini quiz. Let's practice. Question 1. The children are playing football. What is the theme? Pause. Answer. The children. Question 2. Tomorrow, we will visit our grandparents. What is the theme? Answer. Tomorrow. Question 3. Which sentence flows better? A. I bought a phone. It is very expensive. B. I bought a phone. The weather is sunny. Leave your answer in the comment. I'll gladly check it. Review. Let's summarize today's lesson. Language has 3 metafunctions. Today's lesson focused on textual meaning. Textual meaning organizes information. It helps ideas flow logically. The 2 key concepts are theme and rheme. Theme starts the message. Rheme adds new information. Congratulations! You have just learned one of the most important concepts in functional grammar. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell. In our next lesson, we'll continue exploring the amazing world of functional grammar, context of situation. See you in the next video.